upgrading the classic black Saber to the stock Advance Pro category. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're taking the classic black Saber and upgrading it into the stock Advance Pro category. I've previously built this kit for the stock Advance category, but I encountered a few minor issues that I'd like to walk you through. For this stock Advance setup, I installed some Aero high mount rollers at the front and added an FRP wide plate underneath to mount the brake pads. However, the rollers couldn't be installed in the 13mm slots as intended. I had to force them into the 11mm holes, which unfortunately didn't pass the dimension checker. Tip: if you're planning to build something similar, I recommend using smaller rollers at the front to stay within the legal dimensions. Now, for the next version of the stock Advance build. I swapped out the original wheels with Y-spoke carbon wheel sets to better match the Super D chassis. Since I was already disassembling the dampers, I gave them a quick polish using metal cleaner to restore their shine. I also installed a front underguard, positioning the FRP wide plate on top, which allowed proper roller alignment using the 13mm screw holes, and this setup does pass the dimension check. Unfortunately, my build is missing the centerpiece of the front underguard. If you're new here, check out the previous build and test run of this kit on the channel. Now, let's move on to the main part, converting this build to the stock Advance Pro category. We'll begin by removing a few parts for the brake set. We'll use 40mm screws to mount the dampers later. We're replacing the previous setup, which used a mass damper block at the rear. It adds too much weight. For the front setup, we're swapping the front underguard with an FRP popsicle plate, which allows us to add brake pads for the front brakes. On the FRP wide front plate, we'll need for 25mm screws, 2 for the rollers and 2 for the dampers. In this build, we'll use a total of 4 dish-type mass dampers, 2 at the front and 2 at the rear, and for the sides, 2 small mass dampers. We'll also stick the brake pads underneath. Feel free to use any brake set that fits your style or track requirements. If you're still watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks so much for your support. The Black Saber Stock Advance Pro build is now complete. Quick heads up, we'll be running a series of test laps using different motors, starting with the tuned class motor, then moving up to dash motors. Let's find out the limits of this setup. Have fun watching and enjoy the test run section. We tested across various motor classes and the build performed well up to the light dash motor. However, beyond that, performance dropped, likely due to setup limitations and track layout. Further upgrades will definitely be needed depending on race conditions. A big shout out to the Brickyard by Lil's Hobby Center for providing an awesome track. Be sure to check out their stores and website for more Tamiya products. Links are in the description below. Special thanks to all of you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more builds and races in the future. Stay safe, have a great day, and as always, happy racing!